we are studying the organs of special senses, and first of all we are starting with the eye. So what eye is housed comfortably in the orbit. So eye, it is the orbit, you can see. So this is the orbit in which the eyeball is located. Okay. Next point, it is surrounded by the fatty or adipose tissues. You can see here, these are the orbital fat and this is the orbit of the eye. So here is the orbital fat which helps in the comfortable positioning of the eyeball in the orbit of the eye. Now, the position of the eye is maintained by the action of extraocular muscles. Now the extraocular muscles are here. See, there are 7 ocular muscles which help in the proper positioning of the eyeball in the eye orbit. So these are some eye muscles. We will study them in detail later. Now next we have the eyelid. Eyelid is a eyelid की study करते हैं. Eyelids are the fibrous sheets. There are 2 in numbers, which is upper eyelid and the lower eyelid. They are fibrous sheets. They are attached to the periphery of the orbital margin. As we can see here, these are 2 eyelids. One is upper eyelid and another is lower eyelid. Next, both of these eyelids are fixed to the orbital margin. This will be the orbital cavity or the orbit, we can say. और यहाँ पर क्या होगा, जो eyelid है, this is the eyelid, ये वहाँ पर जाकर अटैच हो रही होगी. क्लियर है. नेक्स्ट, eyelid covers the interior part of the eyeball when closed. Very easy point. When we will close our eyelids, so it will covers the interior part of the eye. Interior part मतलब ये आगे वाला, ये वाला हिस्सा क्या कहलाया जाएगा? This part will be your anterior part. Clear? Next point. The slit between them is known as the palpebral fissure. Now what is palpebral fissure? See. So this is, as you can see, the palpebral fissure. The distance between these two eye, or the slit between the upper eyelid and the lower eyelid, it is called the palpebral fissure. And this distance is variable in variable species. Now next point is, at the margin of the eyelid there are stiff hairs are present, and these hairs are called eyelashes or the cilia. And at the margin there are many ciliary glands present, and their duct open near to the attachment of the cilia. So see, at the margin, this is the margin of the eyelid, this is the margin, this is the margin of the eyelid, and here the cilia are present, and these cilia are known as the ciliary or eyelashes. क्लियर हो गया. अब होता है क्या है कि ये जो मार्जिन है यहाँ पे कुछ डक्ट ओपन होती है, इनको सीलियरी डक्ट भी बोलते हैं. यू कैन सी हियर, इट्स नॉट इन दीस डायग्राम्स. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, सीलियरी ग्लैंड्स आर प्रेजेंट एट द मार्जिन itself and the ducts open near to the attachment of the cilia, the place where the cilia are attached. See, so this is the location where the cilia are present, and these are the duct which opens here. The glands का जो duct होगा वो यहाँ पर lashes के point के attachment पर ही खुलेगा. Now eyelids are composed of, first layer is the skin, second is subcutaneous areolar tissues, then the fibers from orbicularis oculi muscle, then the tarsus. What is tarsus? It is a dense plate of fibrous tissue, forms the bulk of the eyelid, and then conjunctiva. See, we have seen this diagram. See, now you can see this is the cornea. Then we have this tarsal plate, which is it is a dense plate made up of fibers. ठीक है. Then you can see the orbicularis oculi muscle. Clear? अभी बाकी structure इसमें देखते हैं. See, the first is the skin. This is the skin. ये diagram itself is clear, so just watch. Then we have lid margin. You can see this is the lid का margin. Then we have orbicularis oculi here, as we have seen in the previous picture. Orbicularis oculi. Then we have the tarsal plate. This is the tarsal plate. Then we have conjunctiva. conjunctival fornix, bulbar conjunctiva, and surface of the cornea. These are the parts which compose the eyelid. And in detail you can see here, first is the skin, then we have subcutaneous areolar tissue, then striated muscle layer, then submuscular areolar layer, then fibrous layer of tarsus and orbital septum, and then conjunctiva. Now we'll study in detail about the conjunctiva. Now what is conjunctiva? It is a thin transparent membrane. It covers the front portion of the sclera and cornea. In sclera, it is present as a loose connective tissue, and at the cornea it is present as an corneal epithelium. Next, reflected to the inner surface of palpebra. अच्छा, ये हम डायग्राम में देखते हैं. पैल्पेब्रल फिशर हमने देख लिया. उस जगह पर जो पैल्पेब्रा होता है वहाँ पर पैल्पेब्रल कंजक्टिवा कहते हैं. तो द कंजक्टिवा इज अ मेम्ब्रेन and it is covering the sclera and the cornea, and at the different position it is named differently. See in this diagram. Now this colored, the yellow color is bulbar conjunctiva, the red one is conjunctival fornix, the green one is palpebral conjunctiva, and the last is surface of the cornea. So this was the surface of the cornea, and surface of the cornea is covered by the conjunctiva. Now see, these are the different name parts of the conjunctiva according to their location. ये डायग्राम में ही क्लियर है. इसका एक डायग्राम हो रहा है. सी the bulbar conjunctiva that you can see after you will open your eyelid like this shown here, and then the fissure is जब आप पूरा eyelid खोल दोगे तब आपको दिखेगा fornix conjunctival fornix आपको दिखेगा, and then palpebral conjunctiva जो eyelid के ऊपर ही दिखेगा, not on the cornea but itself on the eyelid. तो eyelid की inner side जो होता है वो palpebral conjunctiva होता है. cornea के जो एकदम lower margins पर, the distance the margin between the cornea and the eyelid, there we will see the conjunctival fornix and bulbar conjunctiva that you can see all over the surface of the cornea. So this was about the eyelid, eye, and the conjunctiva. In the next video we will study the orbit and ocular muscles and remaining part like the layers of the eye and eyeball and humors, vitreous humor and the aqueous humors, and then we also see the lacrymal apparatus. Thank you.